So my name is Terrence Davis, and I am the superintendent of Beaumont Unified. And so Beaumont Unified, we're located about 30 minutes west of Palm Springs, 9,500 students, 51% Hispanic, 32% white, African American, and the interesting thing about that, 11% are EL. We're a growing community. I'm starting my 5th year in the district. Probably less than 10 years ago, we had probably 6,000 students. And now we're pushing 10,000. We'll be there, growing, expanding. We are one high school district, and so the climate of that is very interesting. Very rich in community. So the context for the conversation that I want to have with you doesn't deal with our award-winning schools and programs. We have a lot of that. 6 elementary schools. 4 of them got Gold Ribbon awards this year. 4 of the 6. We had a middle school, model of CLMS, Schools to Watch. They were honored in DC this year. We have a model continuation school, a STEAM world language dual immersion program, K-12. I have a kindergartner starting in this year, and we moved to the area to put him in that school. Bronze Best High School, so I don't want to talk about that. Our conversion to Google, we've all kind of been through that, but it was slammed on us, and we did it. We made it happen. One-to-one devices, oh my gosh. 6,700 devices. We bought carts, we did all of this. We don't even use the carts anymore because the carts go home with the students. So yesterday someone talked about how do we get those mobile spots. Everyoneon.org, they have an initiative and they have a program through EdConnect Ed that pays for our data for 4 years. LCF, LCAP, new, it's an evolving process and that's been frustrating. But our relationships with our bargaining units has been outstanding, fabulous, have kind of pushed us through that, how we expend dollars. Come from a culture to make it happen. So I'm not inheriting a district that, oh my gosh, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna be a rock star by saying, hey, we're gonna have some meetings. No. We're doing excellent things. This is really about enhancing a rock solid district and what I envision will happen. So that's what I want to share with you. So I'm going to take the angle of looking at collaborative leadership, shared leadership. That's where as a district. Our culture, collaboration, innovation, coherent thinking. So this is this summer. This is about 24 of our administrators. We have about 50 administrators. A new district. This is at the Center for Strategic International Studies. This is a federal think tank. And for the 3 years in the past, we went to Gettysburg and we used Gettysburg as a case study, if you will, on how we look at the battlefield, what happened in terms of leadership and decision-making of those generals. We learned some valuable lessons. We're at the end of 3 years, and now we're going to put that into implementation. At that think tank, they talk about 7 revolutions. This is how do we prepare our kids for exploring the world in 2035. We can't be talking about what we're going to do tomorrow or next year. We have to be talking about what we're going to do here. So I have the 7 revolutions. I would highly recommend you look at those revolutions. So looking under resource and management, food, water, and energy, how do we get our students to identify, research, and analyze? Kevin talks a lot about that. He's having kids do that for solutions. It really gears towards project-based learning, and we haven't been doing a lot of that in Southern California. It sounds like Northern California is doing a lot of that. Mike is probably doing a lot of that. He's doing everything. But it's how do we utilize these to ensure that our kids are developing jobs and ready for what's going to be there in the future. I just want to share this really fast, because this is one thing we're going to be focusing on in the district. Strategic alignment. Our organization exists for our students. That's why we're there. We have indirect and direct players. We know that teachers are the most direct impact on our kids in terms of instruction. But we're in a new model. We're looking at multiple measures. There's other direct people. We have bus drivers, campus supervisors. We have CNS. We have all these other people that impact on our kids. Are we supporting them? Do they know why they're there? Do they know that we're looking at the end result of our students? So this picture, this is the North Carolina Regiment. This is in Gettysburg on the battlefield. And when you stand there and you look at this monument, you feel what these soldiers went through. I just want to point this out. This gentleman down at the bottom there, he's looking at the enemy. There they are. The gentleman right above him is like, let's go. This person right here, he's like, oh my gosh. We're going to walk into that? This gentleman right here is in his ear. Yes, we are. And then the guy at the back holding the flag. This is what we have to do as leaders. We have to pull it together and be strategic, aligned in what we're doing. And that's our kids. Building community and clarification. Bottom up, top down. Does the board, their message, their vision, is it going to the bottom? And does it stop there? No. If there's issues here, is that coming back up so we can have conversations about how we fix these issues and how we work through that? Our staff need to know that. Trust and relationships. So our district prides ourselves on students, staff, and community. We are a professional learning organization. We are responsible for ensuring that our administrators learn, our kids learn. We're responsible for that. Being authentic. I like Gerald talked about it yesterday. Hearts on students. Where is our heart? And so I'm going to be using this framework this year with our school district. It's the work that's done by Michael Fullen and Joanne Quinn. Not sure if you looked at the book yet. Coherence. It's about moving the conversation from one teacher at a time in terms of what we're doing to be coherent in what we're doing as a district. Complex times call for clear solutions. How do we make clarity out of all of this stuff? I'm drinking out of this funnel. How do I make clarity out of it? Well, it's with a team. It's together, like minds, arrows in the same direction. So this book talks about Garden Grove has a study, and these are the things that they did. Putting teachers at the center in our students, relationships, trust and empowerment, continuous improvement. We're doing outstanding things. And last, I just want to share with you, I am inspired by all of you. I'm inspired by what you do on a day-to-day basis. You give me power. You give me thought that, yes, I can do it as well. I will be depending on you. In this new future where we are, it's no longer about our test scores. It's about what our kids are doing to be prepared for the workforce. So I would like to thank you.